Most people don't realize what's happening at Mass. They think it's just a gathering, just a routine, just a box to check. But the reality is far greater. When you miss Mass, you don't just skip a prayer service. You walk away from the greatest event on earth. At every Mass, heaven and earth collide. Time folds in on itself. You are brought to the foot of the cross. The same sacrifice that Christ offered 2,000 years ago on Calvary is made present before your eyes. The Eucharist is not a symbol. It is Jesus Christ, body, blood, soul, and divinity. When the priest consecrates the bread and wine, they become the flesh and blood of Christ, though their appearance remains the same. This is why the Mass is the highest form of worship, because it is God Himself coming to us. This is why the Church commands you to go, not as a suggestion, not as a good idea, but as a commandment. The third commandment says, "Keep holy the Sabbath day," and the Church, through the authority given by Christ, has made it clear. This means attending Mass. Skipping Mass on Sunday without a serious reason is a mortal sin. That's not just an opinion, that's reality. If you die in a state of mortal sin without repentance, you have chosen eternal separation from God. Think about that. Jesus Himself established the Eucharist at the Last Supper, saying, "Do this in memory of me," Luke 22:19. He wasn't speaking figuratively. He was instituting the greatest gift He could give, the gift of Himself. The early Christians understood this. That's why they were willing to die rather than give it up. But today, people treat Mass like an inconvenience. They say they're too busy. They say they don't get anything out of it. They say they can just pray at home. But Christianity isn't about what you get out of it. It's about worshiping God the way He commanded. It's about giving Him what is due. And let's talk about that excuse. I don't get anything out of Mass. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you don't like the music. Maybe the homilies don't inspire you. But what if I told you that none of that actually matters? You're not there to be entertained. You're there to worship the living God. You're there to receive the bread of life, the only thing that can sustain your soul. The moment you stop treating Mass like an event for your personal satisfaction and start treating it like an act of love toward God, everything changes. Mass is not about you. It's about Him. It's the one time each week when you stand before the throne of God and receive Him into your very body. If you truly understood that, you wouldn't dare miss it. But if you have been missing Mass, here's the good news. It's not too late. Go to confession. Make things right, and then get back to where you belong, at the altar of God. Christ is waiting for you, but He won't force you. The choice is yours.